Well, Carrie, certainly a strange night. Governor Brewer has said there's been a wave of gruesome violence in Arizona, including beheadings. You might remember her talking about that. Beheadings. And that's one reason Arizona needs SB 1070. Well, Terry Goddard tonight in the debate said that is untrue, it's outrageous, and the governor should admit that she's wrong. And here's what the two of them said.
What is hurting us right now, economically, are statements, false statements made by Jan Brewer about how Arizona has become so violent, that we are a place of fear, that we have beheadings in the desert. Those are false statements. They cause people to think that Arizona is a dangerous place. There are no beheadings. That was a false statement, and it needs to be cleared up right now.
And you know, Terry, I will call you out. I think that you ought to renounce your support and endorsement of the unions that are boycotting our state.
Well, you probably noticed the governor did not answer the question at all. Instead, she pivoted to a talking point that's really come to the fore in recent days, that the Goddard campaign is supported by unions that want to boycott the state and do it economic damage. Anyway, afterward, reporters asked her why no answer about the beheadings. You know, usually candidates, when we talk to them, they go on and on about how great they did in the debate, long interviews. Not this time.
But Governor, seriously, the fact is, if you're talking about, you were complaining about Terry Goddard and unions and people not coming to the state. Maybe people aren't coming here because you're making comments on Greta about headless bodies?
The big thing that didn't happen tonight was Terry Goddard never gave us a plan. Terry Goddard has never had a plan. If he has, he hasn't shared it. It's about time that he steps up and brings us a plan. This being governor is not an easy job, Terry. You need to get your plan out.
And what about the headless bodies?
Can you answer the question, Governor? Please answer the question.
About the headless bodies. Why won't you recant that? Or you still believe that? Come on, Governor.
Okay, thank you all.
Governor, what do you mean?
Governor.
Come on.
Well, right there you could see some of the governor's aides even suggesting an answer, a talking point for her, but she didn't take it, didn't hear it, or whatever, for whatever reason, maybe just a flash of anger. You know, I locked eyes with her. I was watching her. She was looking right at me as if perhaps maybe I might ask some question and bail her out or something like that, but all of us collectively wanted an answer. I mean, it's an issue and has come up repeatedly, and we aren't getting an answer, and reporters sort of will keep pestering politicians, no matter who they are, until the question is answered one way or the other. It wasn't. Led to a flash of anger on the part of the governor, and she left.
The grumbling was audible. You could hear the reporters. They were grumbling at the governor when she took off. How frustrated are reporters who are covering the governor that she's not talking to them?
Well, you know, that's a good question, because the governor has repeatedly talked to the national media. She's become a star around the country. Certainly, viewers of Fox News Channel have seen her no less than 20 times, we checked, since April on many of the very popular shows on Fox News Channel. She's been on media all over the place. But curiously, she is not talking to local media. She's not talking to local reporters, those of us who are right here covering her in her own backyard. And that is, frankly, a frustrating thing. We would like to have these questions answered by her.
Steve, her strategy appears to be to keep it on 1070 and immigration and just keep the laser beam on that. And keep reporters a little bit at bay, keep Terry Goddard at bay, don't engage in any more debates, and kind of run the clock out. I mean, that's how I see it at this point.
Her own aides have told me as much, and really you can't blame them. I mean, she's sitting on a 20-point lead, and she's become very popular in the state. SB 1070 is popular with a lot of people in the state, so you can understand that strategy, that you want to do that. But not engaging more than she has led to some sort of awkward moments. And we saw some awkward moments even at the beginning of this debate. I think we can play one of them right now, early on in the debate.
We have cut the budget, we have balanced the budget, and we are moving forward. We have done everything that we could possibly do. We have did what was right for Arizona. I will tell you that I have...
Well, it was an awkward moment, and in fairness, awkward moments can happen to any politician, but she is supposed to be the chief communicator. She is the top person in Arizona and the public face of the state as well.
Far be it for me to throw her a lifeline, but I did notice, I'm just going to throw this out there, 3/4 of the way through the debate tonight, the governor put her glasses on. Is it possible that she's looking down at notes and literally could not read them?
It's possible. I mean, she's human. We all lose our place at times. I've lost my place at times.
we all have. I mean, I'm thinking that was just, it was so awkward. I thought maybe she literally could not. She looked down like, I can't read this.
I know. It was painful to watch. Well, but, you know, if we don't talk about this and don't mention that that it happened, if we don't mention that, we're not doing our job either.
But maybe voters don't care about a smooth talker. I mean, George W. Bush won 2 terms. Sarah Palin made gaffes, and she's still popular with a lot of voters. Is it just to a point where voters don't care if you're smooth? If they like you, that's what matters?
You know, maybe there's something to that. And certainly the emotions of the issues can be very important, too. SB 1070 in particular is an emotional issue that has really grabbed people and has made the governor very, very popular. And maybe that will trump any of these other deficiencies that we saw on ample display tonight.
Okay, well, Steve, that may be it for debates. We'll have to see if they will engage again. I know Terry Goddard wants to. I think at this point the governor does not want to, but we'll see. Steve Kraft tonight. Thanks, Steve.